About 5 years ago, me and my family moved house. We only moved a couple of streets away from our previous house. Our new home was nice, but a bit of a fixer-upper. It needed a lot of work, and it didn't have a burglar alarm, which was weird. Anyway, the very first night we have in the house, we are all asleep upstairs. It's me and my wife in our room, my daughter in her room, and my son in his. I get woken up by something walking into our room. It's my 4-year-old son. Rubbing his eyes and saying he has been woken by banging noises, I tell him to get into our bed. The bed is too small for me to now fit in as well, so I swap beds with him. I lie down in his bed, and after a few seconds, I hear the same banging noises that he had mentioned. I wasn't sure what it was, so I went to check. I walked out of my son's bedroom to go take the stairs down. At the top of the stairs is a window that if you look out and look down, you can see the side of our house, and beneath that window is a back door that goes straight into our kitchen. I look out to see if I can see anything that might be causing the noise. And that's when I see it. There are about 4 or 5 men stood casually dressed in ski masks and big coats, all standing outside the side door. They have the lights of their phones all shining on our door. And one guy at the front of the group is yanking the door handle off the door, trying to break in. It takes me a second to comprehend what I'm looking at and realize this isn't a dream. I don't know why I did this next thing, but this is how I handled it. I casually opened the window, poked my head out, and I looked down at the 4 or 5 men trying to break in and said, excuse me guys, could you fuck off please? I didn't even say it in an angry A voice, I was quite calm. But the other weird thing was, they just all immediately turned about and just walked off. As if they had been waiting for a train and had just heard an announcement that the train was cancelled, and they just wandered away looking for alternative forms of transport. There was no urgency, no scrambling away. We rang the police straight away. We didn't sleep at all that night. It freaked us out because this was the first day in our new home. I have to admit I hated the house. After that I didn't feel safe and wanted to move back into our old home. The next day the police came and we got a burglar alarm and added new locks on the doors and a spotlight outside for the door. We found out that a gang had been going around and robbed a bunch of other houses nearby that same night. We checked the damage, and the door handle was hanging on by a thread. They were probably seconds away from getting in. It still freaks me out that if my son hadn't woken me up, I wouldn't have slept in his bed, and I wouldn't have heard the banging, and I wouldn't have seen them outside my door and stopped them just in time. It's weird as well that they responded to me calmly telling them to fuck off. Side note. A few months later, we found a bag of drugs in a random drawer in my daughter's bedroom in that same house.